Hey, just been up to Great Zambezi, which is a bit of a climb up this onto this big rocky knoll. It has this ancient civilization built these fortified walls and stuff around the knoll, and also down in the flatlands around it. So, bit of a considering I've had very little exercise lately, it was pretty hard climbing up the thing. This is the Great Zam, not Great Zambezi, Great Zimbabwe uh, hotel. It's kind of cool, and I'm the only guest, or we're the only guests here. So we got a bit of a discount. It's probably the most expensive place I'll visit here, but it's, when I say expensive, $100 a night, including breakfast for two. A few monkeys around, so you've got to be careful not to leave the door open. They just moved us to a different room, saying that the power is out down there and blah blah blah, but the power's out in this room too, so we're just complaining about that because I need the Wi-Fi, obviously. But yeah, as you can see, my lips are still gross, getting a little bit better, but gross still. So today, where were we last couple of days? We drove from the national park where we were in that hotel to Mutare. No problems with the police yet, or then. We got stopped about 12 times today, and every time I think, is this really necessary? But I suppose you're in a pandemic, and you need to stop people from randomly wandering around. But they generally see me and they let us go because tourists are allowed to randomly wander around. I don't know why, but that's the rules. So we got to Mutare yesterday, found a pretty average place to stay that was quite expensive. Zimbabwe, the quality accommodation it's expensive really. So we went out last night and got some pizzas, but everything shuts down at 3, so you got to get in quick. And like, seriously, there was this huge line, and when I got to my turn, they said, "Oh, sorry sir, we've run out of chicken." Oh, well, I don't eat chicken, but she does, and I got angry because I've been waiting for 45 minutes and it was insanely hot in there, and "Oh no, we just run out of chicken." And I said, "Well, what can you give me?" "Oh, you can wait and we can give you like this or this." And I said, "No, I don't want to wait. I've been waiting 45 minutes. Okay, so they give me a beef one and a ham and pineapple, or bacon and pineapple, which is really, in the end, it's not worth complaining about. So I went to the supermarket, had problems there because they're going, "We don't have change." They got like local currency lines and US dollar lines. Go on the US dollar and they say, "No, we don't have change." Well, how do they're saying put stuff back? I said, "I'm not putting anything back. You got to have change." She opens up the drawer and there's like a wad about 10 inches thick of local currency. And I said, "Just give me some of that. Just don't think." So this morning, I got up at about 6:30. We hit the road as quickly as we could because we're trying to avoid the police. But we still got stopped about 15 times today. She has like dodgy documents. So I think that'll be enough. And the closer we get back to where we're supposed to be, the less problems we're going to have. So Great Zambezi, Great Zimbabwe is a World Heritage Site, and probably about the 300th one I've seen, or at least 300. It was kind of a little climb. It wasn't that tough, but considering that I've been sitting on my ass for a week or 2 weeks, it was a little bit tough for me. I enjoyed it though. And there's a nice breeze up there, and nice views across the area, across the lakes. There's a lake here. And then we came back down, wandered off, found this little town, a tiny little town, just before closed lockdown, and bought some soft drinks and beer and stuff, and then went and sat by the lake for a little while, and then turned around and came back here. So Rachel's just off finding out why we have no power or Wi-Fi or anything else, and I'm just doing a little video. Then I'm going to chill out for the rest of the day. Tomorrow, one more brush with the law as we make our way to Bulawayo, which is the second city in Zimbabwe. Um, there's a World Heritage Site just short of it called the Matobo Rocks. It's supposed to be quite impressive, all these weird rocks sitting on top of each other and that should fall down. So we'll go and check that out. A couple of good museums in the city there, so we'll go and look at them. And then I'm going to try and find a driver with a 4-wheel drive to take us to Hwangwe National Park, which is also World Heritage listed and one of the best in Africa apparently. And then from there to Victoria Falls, because we could take Rachel's car, but I don't want her driving 6 hours back by herself to her hometown. So if we do it this way, she can leave the vehicle with a friend in Bulawayo, and then the driver will drop her back there and she can hop in the car and drive home. Because it's only like a 2.5 hour drive back to where she lives, rather than a 5 or 6 hours on a dodgy road. So that's the plan for tomorrow. I'll probably hang around there for a couple of days once I find this driver, and then once I get to Vic Falls, maybe one leave from Bulawayo, go to Hwangwe for an afternoon, evening safari trip into the park, then another one in the morning, and then on to Victoria Falls, where we'll chill out in Victoria Falls, the town on the Zimbabwean side. And the next day, might, maybe do a bungee or whatever goes on there. I think there's a couple of national park tours you can do, like safari tours you can do from there as well. So we'll see what happens. Then she goes, and I will be crossing the border to Livingstone and then heading into Botswana. So that's pretty much it.